we're going to look at the 9 questions you have. So I've written them right here, and I'll just demonstrate each of them. I would like you to try these before you just look at all my answers. Make sure you try them, figure out what you need to do. If you get stuck, that's fine, but try your best on all these, and then go ahead and watch how I do it. Okay, first off, H2. This is going to be probably the easiest one. You just have H with an electron, H with an electron, and they bond, and that's it. Only shape that can be is linear, okay? So H2 is linear. Next, you have HCl, HCl. Once again, yeah, Cl has a bunch of extra electrons this time, but it's just a single bond. All that could possibly be is linear. So once again, we just have linear. Now we do H3O plus. So H3O plus, we're going to have an oxygen, which normally has 6 electrons. And so we do 1 H, we do 2 H's, and then we're going to have a third H. And what's going to happen, because it's a plus, you get to eliminate 1 electron. So we'll eliminate an electron from there, and it bonds like that. So we have 2 extra electrons up here. So the thing you need to think about, is this going to be trigonal planar or is this going to be pyramidal? Remember, when you have extra electrons in the middle, that's what makes it the pyramid. So if I drew these perfect, I would point those down a little bit and make it pyramidal. So H3O plus is pyramidal. Then we have CH2O. So we have C. I'm actually going to draw this so that way I can make it look like the right shape. So we'll have C. It's going to double bond to the O. It's going to single bond to an H and single bond to an H. And are there any leftover electrons on carbon? No, they're not. So that's going to make that trigonal planar. Okay, H2O, actually, it's one of the ones I demonstrated in the earlier videos. Because it has extra electrons, it has to be bent. So H2O will be bent. CHCl3, so we have C, it'll single bond to an H, single bond to a chlorine, single bond to a chlorine, single bond to a chlorine. Now what's going to happen here, if I was doing the shape correctly, this would be pointing down and away from us, this would be pointing down and away from us, and this would be here slanted out towards us. But we can see it's in the middle, bonded to 4. It's going to be tetrahedral. Okay, SO2, 2 minus. So we have S. And we're going to bond to 2 oxygens. So if we go right here to an oxygen, we go ahead and single bond there. Go ahead and single bond to this oxygen. And it's 2 minus, so we get to add 2 electrons. So if we add another electron to this oxygen, and we add another electron to this oxygen, now all the oxygens are happy. They start off with 6, they each got another electron, and we're good. That ends up being bent. CS2, so we have C, we have S, we have S, and so we double bond, Look at that, you have 2 atoms bonded to the central atom, but this has no extra electrons, so it actually ends up being linear. And then last is CsCl2. So carbon has to double bond to the sulfur because sulfur has 6. And then carbon has 2 electrons left, and there's 2 chlorines to go. And chlorine, which always starts off with 7, wants a single bond. So the both chlorines are happy, and so that, since you don't have electrons in the middle, it's not pyramidal, it'll be trigonal planar. All right, and that's how you do all of those. So as always, email me if you have any issues or any questions.